hilang mana?
Tes.
Satu, hilang.
Behind the scene.
Cukup ya. Oke, siap ya. Oke, ini ada 3 kamera. Ini ada kamera master, kamera bapaknya, kamera host. Jadi kalau misalnya ada informasi penting, boleh bapak lihat kamera. Kalau host awalnya sendiri dulu ya. Oke, siap ya. Action.
Welcome to the Komasin, official podcast about UNTIRTA. Hello everyone, good afternoon and welcome to Bincang Bahasa, the space where we dive deep into the evolving world of linguistics and education. I'm your host, Bunga Mutiara, and today we are tackling a topic that is at the very heart of modern education, namely integration of technology in English language teaching. In today's digital era, simply knowing the material isn't enough. As educators, we are faced with the challenge of not just what to teach, but also how to deliver it using effective tools available to us. Joining us today to unpack this is a very special guest, Mr. Dr. Heri MPD from SMP Kota. Welcome, Mr. Heri.
Well, thank you for inviting me coming here.
No worries. But before we jump into the deep end, let's get to know our guest a bit better. Mr. Heri comes with us with an impressive background in educational, both technology and also pedagogy, and marvelous experience in the classroom focusing on English education. But Mr. Heri, could you please share with us your involvement beyond the classroom?
My involvement beyond the classroom, yeah, because my role is teacher. So, and this is my first grade when I was in University of Lampung and I took English education. And in my next education that's in UNTIRTA, I took education technology. So after that, I tried to implement my technology in teaching in order to make the class lively, not boring, or maybe something like innovation.
Okay, that's perfect. But before we dive into the main material, I'd like to know why did you eventually choose to do more involvement in Serang rather than in Lampung? What could be the difference?
Because I applied my teacher application the first year, so I could not come back there. Of course.
I see. I see. Okay, thank you so much for your explanation. Okay, now let's start with the basic.
Yes.
Hearing the term of strategic learning, it can be feeling a little bit abstract. So I would like to know about you, like in the context of English language teaching, how would you define the term strategic learning? And why do you think it's crucial for teachers to prioritize teaching strategies over simple content delivery?
You know that in this era, I mean, the information is so massive, and the student in my school, because I teach in junior high school, they got so many distractions from something like social media, yes, and it's different with my old era at that time because when I was in my junior high school, it was so difficult to find the sources. Right now, the source is everywhere, but if you do not have any good choice, of course, it is not going to be knowledgeable anymore, but something like distract. So, what is the relation to the technology? Of course, as a teacher, one thing that we should remember that how to guide our student to be in a good role of using technology. And this is the first. The second one, you know that recently the students are easily get bored. easily get bored if we present the material just like a common teaching.
Traditional way.
Yes. So we have to mix with something like maybe gamification, interactive teaching. The key is we teach them, but we have to put them as the center of teaching, not the object anymore. So let them having much more time in practicing during the lesson, not just something like giving explanation. So the concept came after they try to do something with language.
That's
Yeah.
So you make them learn their materials first, and then you give them satisfaction by that gamification.
Yes. Take for example, when I want to teach them the report text, I do not explain to them what is report text. No, but I try to divide them into, take for example, 5 groups, and then I give them each of them one piece of paper, asking about what was their holiday, and then try to write. This is simple actually. I do not take so much attention on the grammar. After they write, then I give them some template, some introduction to be spoken in front of the class. And they start to use that. And after that, each one by one, they have to present their own recount. And of course, no one has the same story at a time.
That's great. So you don't mind if they are messing with the grammars. So talking about strict learning, do you also put a notice on whether or not there is an AI in this massive growth of AI?
Okay, next what AI.
Yeah.
AI means artificial intelligence. I know it in 2022, if I'm not mistaken. The first of ChatGPT open AI, and then I tried to find some sources how to use AI, especially relating to my work as a teacher, and I found it helpful. And right now, I use so many AI, something like Gemini, ChatGPT. Sometimes I ask like Cloudy for easily coding. Yeah. I learned so many, and in my opinion, as a teacher, we need that because it's really helpful. Take for example, when I got stuck to teach my student about narrative text fable, then I type my prompt. I tell to my, for example, ChatGPT, the condition now, I have 45 students in my class and I want to divide it into 7 groups. So this is the original text and I want them to have more time in practicing. But the main point is in speaking. So the AI will give you exactly, but the strategy you just follow. But of course, this is not absolutely right. So we have to recheck and check again.
Knowledge to the students. Okay, next question is, we know that classroom management can, I'm personally from English education as well, so I am, my major encouraged me to teach in classes, and I know that classroom management can be a hurdle. It can be very hard. So how do you adapt your communication style to encourage active participation across different students' proficiency levels?
I know. What's management? Yeah, because this is something like a burden to the teacher.
A little bit.
And we have to use not only one strategy, but we have to be improvised, not just following the book or maybe reading, but the more experienced you are, and of course, you will be able to handle the class. You know, my school, it consists of 45 students. You can imagine that how to teach them in order to deliver the material. So in this case, the first step, we have, of course, divide them first into the group, and then be human connected. Don't just call them like, hey, you. No, try to know exactly their name. Because if we can know their name and then we call the student name, it has more impressive for them. Yes, okay. And then during the lesson, I do not just sit on my desk. I always walk around. It's tiring, maybe, but I think this is some one of our effort to be having much more relation. Yeah, so 45 is, I know in my schools 45 is so, yes, of course. But try to be more human to them by walking around, calling their names, sometimes I sing with them. It makes my teaching is happy, joyful, not a burden anymore.
Yeah, because you cannot have to always be academically intelligent, but you also need to be socially.
Yes.
That's actually really nice. So you don't mind about their proficiency levels as long as you guys perform well. That's enough for you, right?
Actually, in the first, we have to take, for example, 3 times when we come the first time, the second, the third. As a teacher, we should know exactly what are the level. And then sometimes I divide them into 3 levels.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to tell you that the first level is, let me tell you in Bahasa. I got the lowest level is bebek.
Bebek.
Yes.
Ada.
Because they just follow. They do not have any.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a nice analogy. Okay, I get it.
And the top level, I call them the eagle, elang,
Wow.
because they can fly. They can explore the sky, the earth. In the middle, I call them belang.
Belang.
Yeah, because they are not bebek, but they are not
That
elang.
makes a phone.
After we know that, yeah, maybe another educator has different term, but this is my term. We have to be attention. We have to be much more attention to the eagle level.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is not so difficult teaching them, you know. But the problem is the lowest.
Bebek.
Yeah, the bebek. So we should not have so much expectation for them, because jangan paksa bebek terbang, nanti. Yeah.
That's
Okay.
nice.
Yes.
That's my word.
It comes from many background as an input of our school. Maybe they have never got English before in elementary school. But one thing you should know, don't let the eagle alive like a duck. Understand?
Can you elaborate more on that?
Ya, maybe bahasa, tapi jangan biarkan juga si burung elang hidupnya seperti bebek. Okay? The way they learn, the way they practice English,
Oh yeah.
of course.
Have to be different.
This is what we call differentiation learning.
That's actually a really nice statement and ways of teaching. Me as a future educator, I will take note on that. Can I use that on my next
Of
class?
course. And you have to be carefully identification.
Yeah.
Okay?
Don't mix them up.
Yeah, give them some text first. Ask them to come in front of you and then try to speak with them. Or maybe giving them some short reading material, and you will know what is the level of each of your students.
they can also be their encouragement, the bebek encouragement to be like an eagle.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That's actually really cute and really great for motivating the students to be as great as the eagles. That's really nice. Okay, so next question is that talking about technology
Yes.
nowadays, especially in pedagogy, we are easily adapted to like quizzes and Canva. Those are medias of technology that we usually integrate from day to day, are everywhere now. But more tools do not always mean better learning. Do you agree with that? Okay, so how do you personally maintain that delicate balance where technology supports the pedagogy rather than pedagogy being forced to fit the technology?
Oh, I see. So, in order to make technology to be suited to us, to our profession, to my profession as a teacher, of course we have limitation. What I mean by limitation is we should use AI, for example, just asking about our profession because they can record every story, so they know exactly. Some of the AI that I use, like ChatGPT, I use them to make like tests for English. I just write it, for example, make me, but the prompt should be very in detail. Not just a comment. This is the example. Give me two sentences in a multiple choice with the target competencies. Student understand the reading. Okay? Give me the key answer and the reason why you think the answer is correct. If you type like that in a AI prompt, all of the result will be logically, reasonable. And you just change the text. I have narrative text, for example, and I need to know the moral value of the story. So I just type it. The first copy the text, and then I type the prompt. Give me two questions, for example, a multiple choice question, but in complex question. So the answer must be more than two correct answer. And then after that, you should tell what is your target competency doing there. For example, you want this is used to test or to get knowledge about the student understanding of moral value from the story. Give me the key answer and give me the reason why the answer is correct. I sometimes say that.
But do you adjust your tests and your students to have like backpack and belong and
Yes.
do you like if the questions are more complex then you will give it to the alarm and if it's easier to backpack or it's the same or it's similar?
I make it the same, but the adjustment is in the scoring.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
I see.
it's so complicated. You have to define.
Yeah.
You know, I teach 6 classes, and I cannot do that really. It makes me so tired. So I just adjust them with different passing grade.
Okay.
Yeah. The higher, the top level, like the inter level. Maybe it's not the same with the better level.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
So you are their favorite teacher. Are you everyone's favorite teacher by any chance? Have you ever asked them, am I your favorite teacher? Because how are your junior high school students? I would say you're my favorite teacher. For that, you've done a lot of effort in like adapting with your students and getting to know them more emotionally. That's really nice.
Yes. Because, yes.
I hope I can be a good teacher like you one day, sir. Okay, so we're actually coming to the question, but we would like to hear some takeaways for the teachers or future teachers like me listening who might feel overwhelmed by all of these changes between technology and pedagogy. So, do you think if a teacher wants to start implementing strategic learning or technology integration by tomorrow, what is the single most impactful first step that you think they need to take?
I know your question. So the first one,
Mhm.
what the teacher should or maybe must be thrown away the ego. Because why? If they can release their ego of understand, oh, I know this, I know that, what for this is for me. If they still have the ego not to develop themselves, of course it's so difficult in learning everything. So the first key is,
Really sure.
yes, release your ego, because knowledge is coming. Our knowledge, maybe it's this equal era. Okay? Technology is developing. We cannot think that, or maybe we cannot think that, oh, my knowledge is best. No. As you know, it is natural that knowledge is developing. The second one, after you release your ego, try to do something simple. Because if you expect something so high, you're gonna be frustrated. And we are not strong enough if we find something like problem, error, or maybe trial and error, but try something simple. Do not dream that you can master technology, implement technology with so, what is it, big expectation. That is the second. And then the third, of course, never give up.
Never.
Yeah. The first is release your ego. Try something simple. Simple is the best. And then the third one is never give up.
That's some nice key takeaway.
Another one. Yeah. So in my implementation for English teacher, and we have MGMP. Yeah. And in our community English, we share many things over there, like how to implement technology. Yes, even we have also working together with UNTIRTA twice.
Nice.
Yes, so I recommend all my teacher of English in Kota joining the MGMP course.
Is this for me too?
Yes, of course. You should come back.
Okay. Okay, that's some nice key takeaways from Mr. Heri, and I would like to rewind what he said. In order for you guys to be an impactful teacher that can integrate both technology and also pedagogy, you first need to release your ego. Please be an empty cup everywhere, every time, even if you are a teacher itself. And second of all, you need to practice from the easiest,
The simple
the simple one. Just try everything, and who knows that one day you will improve your ability in doing the technology. And third,
never give
never
up.
give up. Please never give up.
And the recommendation is
find
join
your
your
MGMP. Find your community in MGMP, guys. Okay, so technology is the engine, but strategic learning is the driver. Thank you so much, Mr. Heri, for sharing your insights with us today. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to Bincang Bahasa. Keep inspiring, keep teaching. I'm UNTIRTA. I'm signing off. UNTIRTA,
jalan. Sama-sama. Tapi itu berdasarkan pengalaman pribadi kok. Serius. Tidak rekayasa.
Terima kasih, Miss. Keren banget ya ada namanya bebek, elang, dan
Itu kan my personal